User testing. In today's class, we will be discussing about what is user testing, what are the types of user testing, and how they are carried out. Now, let us start with what is user testing. User testing is one of the testing technique. Here, the customer or the user provides the input and advises the test engineer on testing the system. Even though you have performed several testing such as system testing and release testing, you should perform user testing. Why? Because development environment may vary from the user environment. User working environment may have many influencing factors which may affect on reliability, performance and usability and also on the robustness of a system. To check that, you have to perform user testing. Now, let us see what are all the types of user testing. Mainly, there are three types of user testing. They are alpha testing, beta testing, and acceptance testing. Now, let us see one by one. What is alpha testing? Alpha testing is a kind of user testing where user or we say end user or the customer of the software will work together with the development team in order to test the software. This kind of testing, that is alpha testing, is performed at the developer site. Next is beta testing. Beta testing is a form of user testing where release of the software will be given to the user and the user will give the inputs and test it so that they will experiment the software. In this process, if they encounter any of the issues or if they come up with any problems with the developers, that can be corrected. Next is acceptance testing. Acceptance testing is a testing technique performed to determine whether or not the software system has met the requirement specification, whether it satisfies the customer requirement or not. That will be tested in the acceptance testing. The main purpose of this testing is to evaluate the system's compliance with the business requirements and verify if it has met the required criteria for delivery to the end user or not. To check that, we will be performing the acceptance testing. The acceptance testing process includes several activities within it. We shall discuss it now. When you go for the acceptance testing, that is when you start with the acceptance testing, the first thing that need to be done is to define the acceptance criteria. So what are all the criteria should be tested? Those criteria we should define first. Then once you have done with it, once you define those criteria, from that you can derive the test criteria. Then we can use this test criteria for planning the acceptance testing. From that you will obtain the test plans. Then you'll make use of these test plans to derive the acceptance test cases. Then prepare the test cases. Once you are ready with the test cases, you should run those acceptance test cases. When you run these test cases, you will obtain the results. So whatever the results you have obtained, compare it with the expected results what you have mentioned in the test criteria and the test plan. That is, negotiate the test results. You compare the obtained results with the expected results. Then as per the results what you have obtained, By using that, you prepare the testing report. Then by referring the reports, you can decide whether to accept the system or to reject the system. Here, the accepting or rejecting the system is the decision is made by the customer. Okay, he can accept or reject the system by referring into the testing report. This is how the acceptance testing process is carried out. Thank you.